I have a question.
I was gonna do it first, but you beat me to it.
Yeah,
So
you're
shoot,
welcome.
shoot.
You're welcome. What's your favorite Vegas moment that we've ever had? We've gone to Vegas a bunch of times. Let's note that first. But we've gone to Vegas a bunch of times. What is that one moment that sticks out to you that you like just represent what Vegas meant to you?
Well, my that's such a hard one to answer because again, we've been a handful of times.
Mhm.
I
You've been
think.
you've been more.
Well, yeah, I've
Uh,
been over 10 times over the years. But I think my one of my best memories or favorite moments is the first time you went.
oh, really?
Yeah, because it was like a cool experience. Because for me, I know what that was to be
Yeah.
there
So
already.
you got to. So I guess I should ask too. Is that a people pleasing thing for you? Because you're like, oh man, I want to show like this person what it's like.
Not necessarily that it's a people pleaser thing, but
Mm-hmm.
it's different because you're my brother.
Yeah.
It was different. Same thing because Janie came,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
very first time Rito came with me, same idea. Because it's
Yeah.
my family,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and none of you had ever been there
Yeah.
before. So for me, it was like I love being a part of your first experience
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Because again, I knew what it was like the first time I went, and I'm like, man, this is great because you only see like movies or hear about Vegas
Right.
stories.
Right. Right.
So to have
Actually go and do things
yeah,
and
and to just live
yeah,
it.
having our
Um,
little National Lampoonsy moment.
yeah, man, it was so that's my favorite probably moment the first time you went out there,
Yeah.
and of course we have so many adventures
Oh yeah. After we've had
and the other trips that we've done.
yeah. No. 100%.
I kind of would love us to
Go wrap it around again.
bring
We
it
will.
back.
We will.
uh,
We could even do one of these there.
you're not wrong, actually. We could do a pod anywhere
I
now that we
know. I
know that
know.
we're
Yeah.
figuring it out each week, right?
Real talk.
Yeah. What about you, man? You have any favorite Vegas memories of?
Probably first and second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those were the best. I mean, not to say the other ones weren't great. They're all great in different ways, but the first and second one were just like so gold. Like they were
Yeah.
like right before like pandemic was the second one,
Yeah.
and
So it
then
was
the
kind of like we, even though the world was
yeah, and then the first one was just us four.
yeah, good
Was
times.
yeah, the first one was great because I mean it was or no five.
Yeah,
Excuse
yeah,
me,
yeah.
it was just us five. And I that was actually fantastic to me. Like that.
What trip was it where you went off and just
Oh,
enjoyed
that was the
your
first
night?
one.
The first trip
Yeah,
you
that
went
was.
out
You
there,
guys just went to bed, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to a few.
you met some people, and you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
like partying with randos
Oh
and having
man,
a great
yes,
time. And
yes,
all I
yes,
remember just seeing the snaps. I'm like,
yes. That was crazy. That was a crazy night.
this guy's here at 2 a.m., but then he's here at 3 a.m., then he's there at 4. Like
Yeah,
you every hour you were just somewhere different and you
yeah,
were just having the best time.
yeah. I ended up at this lawyer's house, and like they were doing too much, and I was like, I was like, I'm good. Like, I got.
They were pushing those boundaries. You're like,
Oh,
I'm good.
they were pushing boundaries. I mean, it's fine if that's what you're into, but I'm not into like I like a lot of stuff. Okay,
Sure,
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm like I don't do anything, but there's things I won't do, and the things they were doing, I was like,
you're good with that.
yeah, that's not really my cup of tea. Never has been, so I
Sure.
I just kind of keep it that way. I I have a rule, okay, and if my friends are listening, they know this rule. These are two rules I don't break. Nothing up the nose and nothing in the arm. Those are my only rules. Everything else, it's game ball
I
game. If I'm prepared. If I'm not, I'm not gonna do it.
I got three
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
Nothing up the nose, nothing up the ass, nothing in the arm. There we go.
well, well, if you talk sexually, then
Those are
no.
still rules, bro.
You said those are still.
Just saying.
Hey, good pill though. Going up the keister. That's
Listen,
get you a little higher than.
I wouldn't know. I've seen it. I've seen others
You
do
said
it.
I
I
seen
just I
it.
don't know from experience.
You
So
know, butt chugging was a real thing in high school for some
listen,
people.
I have known a couple of young ladies who dabbled with the ecstasy drug,
The ecstasy
and
drug. That's where like
they
they
used
put
to
it.
go right up the
It's the
derriere.
fastest way to
That's
take
what
it,
they
though.
say.
Yeah,
Again,
that's the
I
fastest
don't
way
know.
to
I
take.
never even wanted to find
Yeah,
out.
it,
So
it's got that insta instead of like
it
you know.
was
That's the problem though. That stuff does take a while to kick in.
that
If
was Instagram before the
I
Instagram. You
know
feel me?
Instagram got that insta satisfaction with the
Yeah,
Instagram
yeah, for
message.
sure. Boom, notification.
All right, well, Welcome, guys, back for another episode of the Half Brother Experience.
Yes, sir.
And I am Rico Classic. This is my brother.
Xavier Basic.
Basic.
I worked on that one.
I'd say standard.
All right, fine. Xavier Standard or
Standard.
X or Kiko or his big brother.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you guys want to call
Those are all big facts.
Facts. Yeah,
But-
man.
Yeah, but all right. I mean, I guess we should, jump into a few topics.
Yeah, so episode 6 already. This has been moving along pretty well, I feel like. Obviously, we're still making some tweaks, trying to get our sound right.
Yeah,
We're trying
sorry
to
for the audio difficulties last week. We did not know until it was too late.
Yeah, trial and error, family. But thank you for being graceful with everything we're doing. And again, we're still figuring it out, and we're still trying to work on visuals. And the studio will come along as we keep going. But yeah, we're here at episode 6, and we got some good stuff to talk about today.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna jump right into it, bro. Yeah,
go ahead.
And it was like my last question on my options, but I'm gonna put that right on the top, bro.
Okay.
So, and then this doesn't have to be anybody particular. And again, this isn't
Go ahead.
because you're not a violent guy.
Okay. So
You can't just cut me off on my question.
Go ahead and ask it.
No,
I'll tell you in a second.
no, finish it now.
I instantly seen that was your first question you put in.
It was the bottom one, yeah.
I was crying. I was like, what a random thing to ask.
He's probably like, why did he ask me that? And this is the reason why. Because again, I know that you're not a fighter per se. Like, you'll stick up for yourself when you need to, but you're not the guy that's going to go looking for trouble.
No, just
you're
no
just such
reason,
a likable guy. But I think every guy has this person in their mind, no matter what.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
Is there someone that you will like?
Hitler. I
don't want to fight them. I just want to fight somebody.
I'd fight Hitler.
Okay,
sounds crazy.
It's not crazy. I just need to hear your reason to why.
I mean, genocide, like the way he like went about things, and just like, let's be real. There's so many better ways to go about things the way people do, and he's one of those people that kind of eradicate the way society looks at people today. You know?
All right.
Like, and that, to me, that's such an issue. And not to say that he's what made the first cause of all any like kind of racial like violence, because that's not the case, right? But he definitely didn't help the cause for some people, and and face it, sometimes we're fucking, and through all of history we've been cruel to immigrants. So it's just, especially when we feel like they're getting ahead of us, or so it becomes the fact that yes, I don't like Hitler for that reason alone.
That's fair. I just really wanted to know if it was just someone you were throwing out there, or if you had reason. So basically, you want to go 12 full rounds with Hitler, or it's not going to go 12 rounds.
It's going to go 2.
You about to hit him and
a little punishment,
Okay.
I know he can't fight, but
so that's like so it's like one of those things where it's you could put those together like a dream fight, like I would fight Hitler, and you guys are gonna sell
Muhammad
it on pay-per-view.
Ali.
Yeah, versus Mike Tyson. So that's the person you fight.
Now you tell me why,
Oh.
and you tell me who, because now we have to make this.
So here's the thing for me, it's not that I even dislike this person.
Okay.
But I just always felt like, bro, you just need your ass beat, and I would love to be the guy who put these hands on you.
Okay.
And if he hears this or watches this, I really don't care.
Whoa, fucking crazy shade. Go ahead.
You probably don't even see it coming.
I don't.
It's your uncle.
Oh, I did know that. In my head, literally, I was thinking that.
I would love just to beat the brakes off him, just because he was a fucking bully, antagonizing asshole for many years, and he just thought he was a badass.
Yeah.
And then
did.
I don't know if you remember this though. So
What's that?
him and I actually got
I remember. It was
right at Mom's house.
Yeah, over Sebastian.
Because I was defending Sebastian,
yeah.
oddly enough, right?
Yeah.
And I remember just
it's because it wasn't even that you were just defending Sebastian.
Well, I guess there
company over.
Yeah, it was just
it
wasn't the time.
Yeah, it was a combination of like things that just like
you're coming to our house. You're being an ass to our mom's partner, which you don't have the right.
Right.
You're being disrespectful, and then I got friends and guests over.
Right.
They're like everything cool because you're causing this commotion. So I'm like, let me just try to kill it, and it turns into like him getting aggressive with me, and I
Yeah.
just remember him grabbing me by my shirt,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm about to hit you, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you need
Yeah.
to let me go. And him just saying this one comment, and it never went away, to be honest with
What
you.
was that?
He was like, I always knew you'd be the one to try to test me. And I'm like,
Oh.
bro, if you don't let me go, we're about to find out. And then mom came in at that moment
Yeah.
and was like, what the is going on? And I'm like, I remember just, I
Yeah.
was so angry because, again, I'm like, I have friends there. It just was a bad look.
Yeah.
And again, I think about just him just being a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And the fact that he felt like he had the right to discipline me as a kid, like, you're not my pops, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm going to become bigger than you one day. And I did. Because he
Yeah.
always used to be like, oh, you're a little shit. You're going to be short like your old man. My pop's not short by any means. I'm bigger than him.
Yeah.
I would love, and again, I don't have any like hate towards him,
Yeah. Yeah.
but let's be real, bro. Like, I'd beat the brakes off that dude.
Yeah. You would.
I would beat
You
the
would.
brakes
You
off
would.
him.
You
I
would.
don't give a hell what you think. I'd beat the brakes off you even right now. And I know you're in those 60s and whatever. I don't give
Yeah.
a damn,
I don't
bro.
even think. Well, he's. I think.
In your prime, my
Well,
prime,
well,
you still wouldn't. He wouldn't last, bro.
No, he wasn't. Well, he wasn't. I mean,
He just talked so much shit that he was such a badass, bro. And then like, then why are you picking on kids, bro?
but he was also like, to describe him is he was very insecure
Of course,
in his own life.
miserable.
So he tried to make himself feel better by thinking he knew more than he did.
And that's fine. Again, I'm not mad at him for that.
But
'Cause I
that's
thought about that.
Yeah,
You know, I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
like,
especially because if you think about it, he was bullied as a kid, which is crazy, right?
by his
Because who fought his battles?
well, mom.
Well, there you go.
Well, mom.
And that's where it was like funny that like he grew up and like had this different mentality. When I hate to say this, but we all knew mom was the fighter of all of grandpa and grandma's kids.
The kids, yeah.
Yeah.
And not even saying like she was just looking for fights, but she would not back. She'd be
No,
down to fight.
no,
you
yeah,
know?
she'd be down to fight.
Yeah, no. But that's why I asked, because I just, yeah, I would. And again, we could be friends after. I just.
Well, I think he's crippled now.
All right.
If
Well,
you're watching this,
well, when I get crippled, we'll go ahead and
don't wheel your ass anywhere. Just
we'll get down, or we'll just wait to our next life, because yeah, or maybe I'll just go ahead and create two boxers, me and him, and I'll just beat the brakes off of him in the video game just for my own peace of mind.
That's probably the funniest thing ever.
Hey, we still love you, Uncle M, but
was
you deserve to
cool.
get your ass
Yeah.
whipped, bro.
Like, the one thing I will say about him is he was cool when we were younger, I guess, for the most part. But then as we got older, it's like,
No,
well, the issue is the and I think this happens with everybody, especially because for a long time he was so far away from us, right? Like,
not really though. See, that's the thing, because
well, when he moved with Aunt Christina and whatnot, he was
for you that probably feels like an eternity. In
Yeah.
reality, it was only a few years. To be honest with you,
yeah, you're right.
because then he was in our aunt's basement for like the next 15 years, bro.
Yes, he was. That he was.
I'm like, my guy, the more I think about stuff, I'm like, homie, you really just did not try to
Oh man,
get anything.
I don't want to talk bad about
I
him
know,
because
but we're not, but we are, but we're not. But I'm just saying, like, yeah.
I don't want to talk bad of him, but it's the truth, okay? And I will say this, and I'll leave it at this.
Go for it.
Every woman he ever got to, he brought to his level, and that's not a good thing.
Moving on, because I have a lot I could say, but I'm not going to, because again, it wasn't about that. I was just,
I know, but that's
asking
just
a
that's a
question.
funny thing.
Hey, but we still got love for you, bro. You're our mom's brother, but at the end of the day, you were still a douche, and yeah,
Yeah.
bleep that out. I flipped off the camera. Not you, family. You know, I'm just trying to send a message to this guy, and
I hope you never see this.
I
'cause-
really hope he does, because he's gonna be like, "What the hell? My nephew wants to whip my." I'm like, "Yeah, bro. I'm bigger than you now, stronger, faster. What up, though?"
Family beef.
It's not beef.
It's not, but it's just.
I just wanna, yeah, you know. Moving on.
What's your ideology on like who you are?
Oh man, I'm an asshole. That's not a good
No.
question to follow up. I'm like, I want to beat up my uncle.
I want to.
Uh,
I'm like, what's the meaning of life? What do you think your ideology on life is? Like, what would you consider like, man, like this was a great day, or this was a part of like why it was successful or what was the failure? Like what's ideal for you
I mean, I
for
think
day per day?
everything that I've experienced that has led me to this point, right? I
Yeah,
mean, again, I made mistakes.
everybody.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Absolutely.
The whole point, and we've talked about this, right, is there's never losses,
Yeah.
only
Yes,
lessons,
yes,
right?
absolutely.
The whole point of life is to learn,
Mhm.
grow, try to
Yeah.
be better, right?
Yeah.
Um, to be a decent person,
Yeah, yeah.
not to be an opportunist or maybe a narcissist where you just have this victim mentality. So
Yeah.
I definitely try to just make the right decisions,
Yeah.
and do what's best for, before, I think early on everyone's somewhat selfish because it's only natural. You think about yourself before others,
Yeah.
and that has changed over time.
Of
Like,
course.
of course, now I'm older. I have kids. I got
Mhm.
nieces and nephews. I'm more thought about, I think about my siblings more. I think about people who are around me more. So I'm I've become more selfless as I've gotten older
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
versus selfish.
Absolutely.
And that's a part of the growth as well. But I think too, for me, I sometimes should put myself first.
Absolutely.
Because it can be, and not it's intentional, but some others could maybe take advantage of you just
Yeah,
always doing,
always.
or you never say no. Basically, everything's like yes, yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
because you want to do, again, you want to do what's right or help.
Absolutely.
But sometimes that can be taken for granted, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I've been victim to being feeling like I do get taken for granted.
Yeah.
But also it doesn't break me. If anything, it just, I feel like I just makes me stronger, and knowing that I can endure a lot. But my ultimate goal is just to try to be a better person. I really
Yeah.
just, I've made mistakes in my past. Some will never go away, and that's fine. I've learned to live with them.
Absolutely.
But others, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely not that guy five
Yeah.
years ago. I'm not that guy 10 years ago. I'm
Yeah.
sure as hell not that guy 20 years ago.
100%.
Um, so just, I'm blessed at the end of the day, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
brother. I really am.
Yeah, as you should be, right?
You know,
That's
I'm working towards things I still want in this world. And again, it makes me revert to something Matthew McConaughey has said. He's like, you have to give yourself something always to chase,
right, right, right.
to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself inspired, right?
Yeah.
I have those things. Like, I
Yeah.
know where I want to be, and I know that I'm not exactly there, but I'm pushing towards that.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm blessed. It gives me something to look forward to, right? It gives me something to chase.
Absolutely.
Because no matter what, I'll always want to keep being, improving as a person, or trying to gain more knowledge so I can leave behind for my kids and,
Yeah.
my loved ones, because, tomorrow's not promised, man.
No, no, you're absolutely
And
right.
that's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah.
What about you?
A little bit of everything, man. It's because I mean, I tend to be a little more of a people pleaser. Not by choice either at this point in my life. I wish it was by choice. Um, I just like to please people. I don't know why. It's just a thing. Maybe it's a childhood trauma. Hard to say, but um, I definitely try to make the best of my day. Does it always happen? No. It's a hit or miss. But also, I don't. I guess so much necessarily worry about legacy versus think about what am I leaving for the world to not even just remember me by. Because here's the thing about remembering, it's going to be forgotten. 95% of the viewers probably couldn't even tell you who the 25th, the 27th president was. So it doesn't matter. It matters of what you're doing, right? So I think the most important part is me doing something that will make a difference for maybe not even myself, maybe my kids, then maybe their kids. Then like pass it on from generation to generation, maybe pass it on to the world. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I think those are my biggest uh, suits in life, and everything else is just secondary, honestly. And my family, of course, is important. You, Janie, your guys' kids,
Yeah.
and my kids, and then even baby mamas.
I
Like
mean, they're all a part of it
yeah,
still,
they're all
right?
part of the the bigger change in life. Um, so yeah, and I mean, as you said, like everything happens here. not lately, but just in general, I've been talking about this with a friend, and like everything bad that has ever happened to you has led you to whatever goods in your life.
It's supposed to happen.
It's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Like no matter how crummy or how shitty something might be or feels or whatever the worst thing that could have happened to you in life. One and you could be attest to this. One, the worst thing that you ever feel like happened to you get over. You know, I say the only things you really don't get over is when people pass away. But even then, you start to heal eventually, right?
Oh yeah.
But I
In
mean,
time.
you'll remember. But like heartaches and like those bad times, like in time, and I don't know how you feel about this, but like honestly, me and Shauna, I don't even remember like how it feels anymore when we broke up. Like I don't remember the pain I felt or whatever the case may be. Like,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of pain and suffering there, for so many different reasons. And I can't tell you what it felt like. I remember it because I was there,
Yeah.
but like the actual feeling of all that is like so like beyond me. And yeah, that has to do all with my ideology. It's like all those times are worth something because you're not where you're at today. Here's the thing, me and you, I'll give you a full circle moment. I don't think if things didn't happen the way they went with in your life and the way things went in my life, we wouldn't be right here right now.
Yeah. Like I said,
Yeah,
we said that a couple episodes back that everything
bullet train.
is literally meant to the way it's
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
be, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Like
It's, they're all
you're
full
in
circle moments.
control
Yeah,
of certain things, but
yeah,
ultimately, even those things that you think you're in control of, that's the way it was
yeah,
supposed to go.
absolutely. Well, even then, it's like when people, it's so funny that people hate failure, but it's like if you were to ask a PhD student because they work on a bunch of projects, 90% of the time is a failure. 10% of the time is a success. Because here's the thing: if you do everything right on the first try, why keep doing it?
Well,
You know what I mean? Like that's the biggest thing. It's like you,
people will always like people who say like I can't. That's because they're afraid to fail, right?
yeah,
They've never tried. And
yeah,
you hear all these motivational, and I believe that, right? Like
you gotta
you
fail.
have to fail. That's how we learn.
That's how it's. Well, it's like this: if the Apple or if the iPhone one is a complete success, they don't make another one, and that's with anything in life. If the first thing is so successful, you don't need anything else. But that's not the case. Everything has a fail point. Everything has a fail safe. So you always get to a point where you have to make things better.
Yeah.
And not even just technology, even people. Like every day we go to the gym. The whole point of going to the gym is getting better. If you could lift all the weight in the world at the first day, what's the point of going to the gym anymore?
Unless
Like
they're just trying to hang out with the ladies.
I don't do that.
Ah. So this is a good segue actually right here. So with that, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So if you could go back in time, is there something that you would give a younger you or maybe some advice for yourself?
Lottery ticket.
Like a actual like you
Oh,
have the winner in
yeah.
lottery
Oh,
ticket,
yeah,
or
yeah,
are you trying to actually go back and change the past with becoming a millionaire? Is that what
oh,
you want?
yeah. That'd be crazy. I don't know. I'll say this.
Go for it.
I'll say this. I don't think I'd be a good millionaire or billionaire. I think I'd be crummy billionaire or millionaire. Maybe young me. Maybe me now would be a little different, but young me would probably be like just wasteful and like you know how it is. Like I would just be young. I would just be young with money and probably like eh, I hate to say this, but I'd be disasterful for sure. You know, I don't know if it'd be even drug disasterful. It would just be like
Wow.
I just feel like I would definitely. And so it's like when I was younger, I used to hate like Justin Bieber and this person and that
That's a
person
strong word. Hate.
because I would just hate to see them like do things that are so like monotonous. Like for like a monotonous thing that was Justin Bieber did was like got on top of mine like fucking pyramid and it was like illegal. Like tell me how monotonous that is. So it's like things like that. I'm like, oh, like I would roll my eyes at when I was younger because I'm like, why? Like this kid's an idiot. I'd be like, this isn't it. But here's the thing, I'd probably do the same thing. So it's hard for me at that age, especially, because you're young, you're impressionable, so you're doing whatever. So yeah, I don't probably wouldn't be money. Probably give, probably would. I don't know. I would be afraid to mess with younger me. Honestly,
So you just wouldn't go back.
I don't. I might go back, but I don't think I would go back to myself. I'd just go back. I think it'd be cool.
Mm.
Well,
Okay, so you
well,
said you're not going back to tell yourself nothing, give yourself nothing.
I don't think I could do it.
All right, that's
It's
fair.
just yeah. It's as great as that sounds, but then it's like, what if like I changed my life to the ripple effect of like my kids not being born? I know that sounds crazy, but it's like small things are big things, right?
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
like then it's like
The butterfly effect.
yeah, the butterfly effect. So
Yeah.
you give one great information, and then like what does that mean for that person? Because then they don't go down the same path, and if they don't go down the same path, something's got to change. It could be small or it could be huge, and 9 times out of 10, let's be honest, it's gonna be something big.
Well, I
What
guess
about you?
we've watched a lot of movies because you went down a rabbit hole of what
Sorry,
all
I'm
these
sorry.
scenarios, and I'm not mad at that. Like
Yeah.
those are all valid and fair. For me,
You're like I'm still gonna go.
no, I mean I wouldn't give myself anything
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
honest with you.
yeah,
And if I could tell myself something,
yeah,
a young me
yeah.
is I would just tell him.
Don't date that girl. Don't date that girl. Don't date that girl.
I
No,
can't I
no,
can't say that because
yeah, yeah,
again, then I'm
yeah,
changing things, right?
exactly. That's what
I
I'm saying.
can't say that even though part of me wants to be like, leave her alone, leave
Yes,
her alone.
yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
I can't because it's
Yeah.
it's a part of how I got here,
Yes,
right?
yes.
What I would tell myself is, listen, my guy, because again, I didn't have a male figure. We didn't have that guidance of a male, someone that we could speak to or talk to.
Yeah,
So I think I would just have to go give myself one piece of advice, and that would just be, listen here, my guy. There might be moments in your life where you just don't understand why these things are happening, but you're stronger than you'll ever know, and
yeah,
you're gonna be okay
yeah, yeah, yeah,
because I am. You know what
yeah.
I mean? I mean, I've
Absolutely.
had some
More resistant, more
dark
resilient.
dark times, right?
Yeah,
And then as I've gotten older, clearly, try to just be better. But Deion Sanders, he there's a clip of him, and this was within the last year, maybe 2 years, and it resonated with me. He's like, there's no such thing as a bad day.
yeah.
He
No,
said,
absolutely not.
he's like, you might have a bad moment,
Yeah,
maybe a bad hour.
yeah,
He's like, but he's like, I'll never let anything allow me to have a bad day. And I'm like, okay. And as he was going on, he's like, you know what? I got to wake up today. You know, the goal is to get home today.
100%.
You know, I'm gonna be able to see my family, talk to
Yeah,
whoever I want to, and then
yeah,
I'm gonna go to bed and start the day over.
yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? That makes sense because you hear that a lot. Like people are like, oh, I had such a bad day, and I'm like,
That's yeah. No, there's
that's
also
just
yeah.
so.
Well, because here's the thing, and I think why they say it's a bad day is because it's the old saying of half either half empty or half full, right? Glass of water. And when you're looking at a glass of water as half empty, you're gonna look at the downside of it, right? You're looking at half full, you're gonna look at like, okay, and here's the ripple effect of all that. They let one thing bother them, then they like five other things bother them, and then they think they're having a bad day
Right.
because then it becomes like a trigger of other things versus going, all right, well this happened, that's a part of life, and then moving on. They're like, well, this person then cut me off in traffic, then this person fucking didn't get my order right at McDonald's. It's like, okay, well that's life. Like that's a part of life. That's like that is
It's not
life.
even that serious, to
It's
be
never
honest.
that
You know what
serious.
I'm saying? I think I had to learn that too because I feel like in those early years, you just feel like, oh God, like the world's coming down on
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
and it's really not.
No,
It's mostly you're just in your head,
absolutely.
or you're letting others put influence in your head.
Yeah,
Um, and again, that's normal, I think, when you're younger. And then at
hmm
this stage, I'm just like, I don't give a damn what anybody says to me.
no,
I don't
not
care what
really.
anyone thinks about me.
Not
If
really.
it's good, great. I appreciate the compliment. If it's bad, I'm happy you feel that way. I don't give two damns what anybody thinks about me. And
Same.
that's not always been the case because I feel
Yeah,
like everybody goes through a phase. Everybody wants to be liked.
yeah,
Everybody wants to have friends. And, I fell into that path
Yeah,
in my
of
early
course.
years.
Yeah, yeah.
I just wanted to be popular, or I love the fact that I was popular. So like it kind of gets to your head a little bit, and you just feel like, oh, well, he knows everybody, and people think he's so cool.
Yeah.
And a part of that gets to you where you're just like, you kind of have to live up to a persona in a little bit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then you realize like, yeah, that was cool, but it wasn't the only thing. There's so much more important things that I
100%.
could be doing, and
100%.
just being a better person, or how about just being more kind to people, or
Yeah,
not
yeah.
snubbing people. So yeah, today I'm like, I you if you can have an opinion on me, it's just an opinion. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean I agree with your opinion.
No, 100%.
But I know that I'll never let anybody try to make me feel like I had a bad day. Like,
No,
hey,
yeah.
I'm good.
100%.
It was like it was a off moment, and just keep it
Yeah,
moving.
and that's just it. We all have off moments, but to make that the whole day is a very long shot.
I'm like, you need to get out your head, bro. It
You
ain't
you
that
need to
serious.
you need to exist outside yourself.
Go outside.
That's just it.
Take a walk.
Well, especially like because it's just like life is so short. That's the thing.
That is
The
true.
older you get, you realize life is so short, and today you're here, tomorrow you're not, and either you're going to make the best of what you have at the like shortest amount of time you have per day, or you don't. And if you don't, then that's your own fault, and that's the way people will remember you. That's your own problem.
That's on them.
That's on them, and that's just like you. That's not my thing either. It's just I would prefer to have a good day. I would prefer 90% to 95% of my interactions with society to be positive. 5%, whatever. You get a flat tire, oh well, change the tire. You get, like things just happen, but to let it control the rest of your day is up to you.
Yeah,
And if
it's
you,
all in your control at that
it
point,
is.
and you're allowing something just to keep you angry or
Yeah, no,
whatever.
big time. Like
I don't mean to laugh, but I know so many people
it's
who
like,
just get so
oh,
obsessed
I
with that. I'm
know.
like, it's not that serious.
It's like such a small subtlety in life to be like one thing to just ruin it all. Like
Right.
like life is not like there's so many people, and this is the biggest thing I take away from every day. No matter what is bad is going on in my life, that's life one. But two, it's like I'm not the first, and I don't have it the worst.
Right.
So you know, there's people that don't have. I hate to say this, but like outside of America, a lot of the world doesn't have hot water or fresh water. I have both. you know, I have a bed to sleep in, I have a pot to piss in, and I have people that love me. I have a meal that's coming to my house every single day, 2 to 3. I live a decent life. So if I were to be mad about any part of the day, it defeats the purpose of the luxury, because it's a luxury, to put on shoes and socks every day. So it's crazy. It's funny. People don't know even the meaning of luxury. A lot of people think luxury is like getting on a private jet or going blah or doing this. No, luxury is being able to sleep in a nice bed without nobody trying to murder you for no reason. Like that's a luxury.
And that would be a bad day.
Yeah,
Officially.
that'd be a horrible day. Yeah, I mean, there's so many great luxuries we have, and we're just like, oh, that's not a luxury. Yeah, that's exactly what a luxury is.
Yeah.
Like putting on a clean pair of socks every day is a luxury. Being able to wash your clothes is a luxury. Like the world just does not know. Like having electricity,
Or maybe just here in the
luxury.
West, us, we,
Yes, listening to podcasts every day is a luxury.
true that.
Having
Having an opinion on social media
yes,
is a
it
luxury.
is a huge luxury. Like that's crazy, especially knowing what some of the world's population goes through, and we're over here like, oh, I had a bad day. They got my coffee order wrong. Fuck off if you ever say that. By the way, I don't ever want to. Like, if I ever heard anybody complain about coffee, I would probably lose it. I ain't gonna lie. Like that, I would be like, all right, well, you're an asshole because that's the worst your
But
life can be. Fuck you.
I just said this last week, though. What did I say?
let people complain.
Let people be who they are.
Yeah.
I love that for you. You want to be that person that wants to cause a
Blessed.
scene in Starbucks because someone messed up your Americano?
How
I love
dare
that for you. People are recording you and you're about to be the next viral video. I love that for you. Let them be who they are, bro.
But it's just so Well, you're right. You're right. You're allowed that luxury, but that's the point, right? But
Exactly.
it's also my luxury to say "fuck you," and it's. I know. How dare me? I get so
Relax,
aggressive.
buddy.
Yeah,
Relax.
but like I said, it's one of those things where it's like those are the great luxuries
I
in our
don't know.
life.
I
You know.
think I triggered you. Look at you.
Yeah. Got all apolitical about it. No, but it's just the truth. But everybody's allowed to be whoever they want to be, and it's great. It's a beautiful thing.
You're trying so hard right now, and I can
Yeah.
appreciate that. Let them be who they are and love that for
Yeah,
them.
you gotta love it for them, right? So
Life.
life.
You know what life means? You,
No.
you don't.
You tell me what you tell me what life is.
Life stands for love is for
Ever
everyone.
everyone
Life.
life. I like that actually. That's a good one.
Thank you. What you got for me, bro? We got to shift because this guy got heated real quick.
Whew, sweating.
Look at his curls are curling.
Um, who's your favorite superhero? I know
You
who it
know
is.
who that is.
I know who it is.
You want
But
me to tell the
yes,
people?
tell the audience.
Oh, because they don't really know. They're
They don't
learning about
know.
us.
They don't know. I know
Iron
who it
Man.
is. Iron Man. Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
Why Tony Stark? What where did it begin? How do you explain it?
So I wasn't, and again, I know you know this, but the
Yes,
audience
yes,
doesn't
yes,
know this. So I
absolutely.
wasn't always the Marvel guy.
You're not a nerd at all.
I just didn't grow up like really into the comics,
Yeah,
right? I watched some of the like the X-Men was probably the most like Marvel cartoon I watched as a kid.
Oh, I didn't even know you watched the
Yeah,
X Men.
because it was actually on. So
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't really get. I mean, who doesn't like Spider-Man, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Definitely, but I wasn't like into the whole just Marvel scene. I didn't really even have like the action figures as kids.
Yeah,
I was more of a
I
like
did.
a GI
Yeah,
Joe
yeah,
action figure kind
yeah.
of kid, wrestling figures,
Yeah,
stuff like
I
that,
was gonna
right?
say because you were coming out of it, and I was kind of getting into it.
Correct.
Yeah,
So it wasn't until probably the last 6 years, maybe
yeah,
last
yeah,
6 or 7 years,
yeah, yeah,
where I became a fan, and I
yeah.
know that you had been wanting me to get
Yeah,
into
shit.
these movies because I believe, well, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but you're like, I know who you're gonna like once you give it a
Oh yeah,
chance
absolutely.
because
I
you know
typically
me.
do. Yeah,
Yeah, and you're like, and you're gonna feel like it's you see
more yourself in
more
that
of
person.
yourself in that person,
Yeah,
and you were right.
yeah,
So Robert Downey Jr., who I've always been a fan of Robert Downey Jr.,
yeah.
even from the early '80s or the
I like how
mid to late '80s, I
well
should say.
let's throw a throwback for people. Robbie Downey Jr. originally, right? Then he
My
went
boy
from Robbie to
Robbie,
Robert.
my boy Robbie.
Robbie.
Um, so I've always been a fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't wrong. You hit a home run. Uh, metaphorically speaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just thought he did such a great job as Tony Stark, and he's so inspiring to me. Like I do see like he's someone I like. That's like who I aspire to be somewhat like, right? Just
Yeah.
very smart. He can be arrogant, and I feel like I've been in those moments
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
be arrogant.
Yeah.
But it's not like he's intentionally being arrogant.
Yeah.
He's so good at what he does.
Yeah. It just comes off.
It comes off, but then he kind of lets you know, I know that I'm right.
Yeah.
And I feel like I used to be a little bit like that, but of course I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a genius by any means, but he, I felt he made that character come to life
Yeah.
where it was believable. Like you understood, like Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Tony Stark is Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
And then to finally see him get into the Iron Man suit,
Mm-hmm.
it was like I've been missing out, and I needed to really understand
Right. Right.
that
Right.
this is
You have to,
something
you
I
have
need
to
to
lock in.
get in and lock in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a it made me even more of a huge fan of him.
Yeah.
Honestly, just him creating that amazing character.
Yeah. Really, really monitoring it because
Yeah.
I feel like so. It's funny because I've seen like for years, like fans always were like, Iron Man was always blah. No, like and I hate to say this, but up until Robert Downey Jr. got his hands on him, I think, at least for me, Iron Man was always like a B character versus an A to S, which S is like top tier, right?
Yeah,
Character, and he really became an S character when Robert Downey Jr. kind of took on that
he took
role.
that role.
Yeah, because before that, I mean, in the comics, I mean, people didn't really, not like they didn't like Iron Man, but he wasn't like, I mean, because it's funny, those movies do like uh have, because comic books do sell pretty good to this day, but
Yeah,
it is, a lot of it is embedded to the movies or whatever's going on, and they built that character much more well designed after Robert Downey Jr. took over versus prior, and not to say that he wasn't a decent character before, it's just not in the same way he is now. Which that is, yes, Robert Downey Jr. If they have anybody play Iron Man after him, that is going to be a hard shoes to fill.
I mean, if they do, maybe it'll be
Who do you think would? Oh, that's, I guess. Who do you think would be a good Iron Man after, like, Robert
nobody.
Downey? Ooh,
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. I was literally about to say that. Like, if they happen to make or bring someone in, I would hope it's like years down the road where I'm not even maybe around.
he's like, I retired from watching
I
Marvel.
just no, I don't. I think he did that character so perfect to the T.
Yeah,
There's no one else who can be Iron Man.
yeah,
There's no one else who could play Tony Stark.
yeah.
Not saying that there's actors that really couldn't try to give it a good shot,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Robert he raised the bar so high on what that character is.
Yeah,
Nobody, it wouldn't be fair to them.
that's fair. That's fair.
And he's amazing. And I maybe will get an opportunity to shake his hand one day.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, do you have anybody else you like outside of Iron Man? I know you do, but like, who?
Well, he's my favorite.
Who's your trinity of three, like
who?
Marvel characters?
All right, so
because I know you're not really a DC guy. That's more
no,
my
yeah, that's your area.
yeah. So, who would be your trinity?
Who would be my number 2, my number 3? And again, there's so many that can go there.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's hard, man. That's really hard.
I know you've never questioned this. That's why I asked.
So I like Rocket a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I really like Rocket a lot.
That's interesting.
Well, if you think about it, he's almost like he's like the Tony Stark of space. He's so smart.
Yeah,
and
he is.
He's a G, bro.
He is. Okay, that's fair.
So I feel like he's got to be. I give him probably even a 3 spot, honestly. Because I enjoy that character a lot, and I'm a Bradley Cooper fan too. So
yeah, Bradley Cooper's great.
He's amazing, right?
Yeah.
And it's a toss up, honestly. From there, you could put Hemsworth up there. You could put Evans up there.
Oh, okay.
Because I did grow to be I do like Cap a lot.
Do you?
He's grown on me.
Really?
Not that I don't. I've always been. I like Chris Evans as an actor.
Yeah.
I think as the MCU started to go on and we were getting more of the stories, it's hard not to be a fan of Cap, right? Because he's just so good. He cares. I think that's what sets him apart, right? Like he's generally just about people. He's selfless, right?
Absolutely.
The whole point of being Captain America is
being more than yourself.
Being more than yourself, yeah. But Ruffalo too, man. I like what Ruffalo did with the Hog.
It's hard for you to like.
It is, man. And then even Scarlet, bro. Like,
I mean, you got Deadpool though. You got
Ryan Reynolds. And I thought he did Deadpool great, but it is hard because I do like certain aspects of different characters, and again, those actors who got the opportunities to play these amazing superheroes, they did such a great job. It's hard to see anybody else play them.
Oh, 100%.
And
100%. It's going to be a long time before they can really replace.
And you can't ask me stuff like this, bro, because I feel like there's so much that we can get into, and the Marvel thing will probably always be somewhere where we chat it because there's so much to talk about, and we got good new stuff coming up this year.
I know.
And I know we're both looking forward to the upcoming movies.
Yes,
but
Spider-Man.
It's also created that bond that I feel like we never had in that,
Oh, big time.
like the Marvel and DC
big
stuff.
time, big time.
It's nice to kind of have that added to
Yeah.
all the things that we have in common as
100%.
brothers, right? So
100%.
yeah, man.
No, I would agree with that. That those are
I
some
know
good
who
choices.
your superhero is.
Who
Well, at
is
least
it?
in
Who
DC,
is it?
it's Superman,
Yes.
and then in Marvel, I feel like it could be a toss
Oh,
up.
you have no idea.
It could be a toss up. I feel like you're a Captain America
I
fan.
am a Captain
Okay,
America fan.
okay,
Okay, I'll say this. I became so I was a Captain America fan in like the late 90s, early 2000s, but my all-time favorite Marvel character is Cyclops.
Cyclops was always, in my opinion, because again, I watched the X
Yeah,
Men,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He, to me, how I felt like he
Hmm.
was like that B.
Yeah. Well, because especially in the show, they always had him play because Wolverine was so popular
Correct.
that even though technically Cyclops is the leader of the X Men,
Hmm.
they never
He just didn't get the
they
shine.
don't give him the shine in the
Yeah.
show. So, which you should watch this because it has to do with the Marvel what you call it, but you should watch X Men '97,
Oh,
which
the actual. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So that follows up the original cartoon. You don't need to watch the original. Like you can do like a briefing,
Yeah.
like how they have on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but that show makes him so much better of a character and more fleshed out. Um, but with that being said, in the comic books, Cyclops is just so much more of a beast. He's so much more like just top tier. He's he's like more of, I guess, if I could explain him, more of an edgy Captain America in a sense, like because he wants to do the right thing, but at the same time he wants to do the right thing, like
Right.
by all means.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like he's not Captain America wants to do the right thing by like many means, but like he wants to do the right thing.
And he's gonna do
He's gonna do what he has to do.
right.
He doesn't care who's gonna stand in his
Yeah.
way from time to time. Some would say your boy, uh, his name's Scott Summer. Scott Summer is like kind of a douche too, though, because he's out here cheating on what you call in the comics, and he's like this guy. And I think going forward, once they finally introduce the X Men, this next film they're supposed to bring in the old X Men.
Yeah.
I think going forward, when they bring in the future X Men, I think they're going to make him way more prominent of a character. He's going to feel like he matters, and he's probably finally going to get the shine he deserves.
Something to look forward to,
So,
right?
yeah, but yeah, Captain America would probably be the other one when it comes to Marvel. Um, yeah, same reason you said. I just like Cap's like starts off as a little guy. He's chosen not because he's strong; it's because he's strong-willed. It's the it's the ideal of never giving up
Yep.
and never worrying about your size and still going and fighting. You know that was
Absolutely.
that's what makes Cap Cap. It's not the powers.
No.
And this is the same reason why I love Superman because it's Superman, and what I've always loved about him is he's got the great responsibility of being the strongest. He can do anything he wants with the powers, but what does he do? He goes to work, he lives his life, and he tries to do the best he can. And people, it's funny because I always see people at the gym like wear Superman shirt and do this and do that. It's like in their mind, they're probably like thinking like, yeah, I'm like getting jacked like Superman, but like Superman doesn't look at that. Superman, what makes him Superman is not what he can do, but what he will do, and that is the moniker of like what makes somebody great. It's not you can go hurt somebody because you want to. It's that you control that because you have to,
Mm-hmm.
and you know it's right. It's that's what makes somebody a Superman. It's not the opposite way around of I'll do whatever I want because I'm Superman. So I think that to me those are always the greatest responsibilities and what makes a great superhero in general is somebody that knows that they can do something but they don't do it because of the fact that they choose to take the high road instead of the low road. But my other favorite superhero, which you may know him, you may not, which is Nightwing. He's a DC character, but he's the first Robin,
Mm.
but he's a fantastic character. He may never get a movie. Who knows? Which is kind of crazy because he's one of like in the comic book world, he's like one of the most popular characters of all time.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's just it they haven't done gone far enough with anything Batman wise for them to like, we're gonna make a Nightwing
Sure.
this, we're gonna make a Nightwing that. They've done like um TV shows with him in it,
Yeah.
but like he has never had that time to shine as like a solo character. Like for them to do, they haven't got for enough. Like everything always gets rebooted with
Right.
DC
Right. Right.
because they have a bad track record up until lately. So, but he's one of those characters that you're just like, man, he's a good character. Like he's, fast, strong, acrobatic, and just that dude. But as of now, he's not. And again, if you were to ask some nerd, they would know. But like the average person doesn't know, which is ironically funny. Okay, so one more Marvel question. We'll leave this Marvel.
All right.
Which one is your all-time favorite movie?
Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. Well, I've watched all the movies
That's why I
like
asked you.
30
That's
times
why
in
I
the
asked
last
you.
couple years.
Yeah.
Uh it's probably Endgame, man.
You said
It's probably Endgame.
Really?
Just because again, knowing what, Tony does,
The
that
Great Sacrifice.
that sacrifice.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, right. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, please. It's been like what, 2019?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
just
before COVID.
I think it just comes full circle, right? From
Yeah.
Tony from, literally like Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Where he kind of was just not maybe rubbing people the right way, and him being kind of like, I'm always right. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
Almost selfish in his actions
Yeah.
to ultimately just sacrificing himself
Yeah.
for the better of the world. And it was just such a beautiful moment, man.
Yeah.
I think, every time I watch it, you cannot, if you're really invested as a true fan, you'll get emotional every time you watch
Oh
it.
yeah, for sure.
It'll hit you. It just because.
There's two scenes. There's like 4 scenes in both those movies that will get you emotional. The very end of Infinity War,
Yeah.
seeing Captain America get that fucking hammer,
Yeah.
seeing Scar die,
Yeah.
and then seeing Iron Man die.
Yeah. It was yeah. So that's probably my favorite of all of them. And again, they're all there. I have a few that are just I can watch over and over and over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that one just there's a lot that one hits
Yeah.
with, right?
Yeah.
And again, too, knowing like that was going to be the last that we saw of RDJ
Yeah.
in the cinematic universe, I
As
was
of
like,
right
oh
now.
my goodness, as of right now. Yeah, man. So it's that was a tough one.
Yeah.
And don't judge me, please, if you disagree. It's just my opinion. And yeah, and again,
No, I get it.
my boy Robert Downey.
So I think for me, because I feel like this, and again, you started watching it later than me, so we have kind of a different take.
Yeah.
On these. I would say Winter Soldier,
It's also good.
but you know why I say this is because Winter Soldier was well, shout outs to the Russo brothers because that was the first film they did before they did the rest of them, but that was the shift of like what was happening in the world
Mm-hmm.
because that was the shift of where you see like Hydra still in control,
Right.
and all this other, and that kind of even shifted. That shifted even more the relationship between Cap and Tony,
Right.
and that put them on the track to where they were going,
Right.
and where how they get to everything else without, and even though Tony's not even in it, he's still like such a
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
Right.
That movie really solidified like, hey, like now things are gonna change. Now Cap's gonna look at things different because he's not gonna just be all about the country because now he knows that this side is
Right.
not great, and now they're exposing it. But now Tony's choosing a different side
Yep.
because he's trying to be on what he thinks is right or what he thinks is good, and it just man that made such great cinema for like going forward that everything else had followed up, and it really did make a big difference.
And because of that movie, it puts Civil War up there for me. Like
Civil
Civil War
War.
is really good.
You like Civil War too?
It's up there for me. It's
Yeah.
probably,
Another Russo brother movie.
in
Yeah.
top five for
Yeah.
me on where I would movies I really enjoy,
Yeah.
and Civil War is up there.
I can respect that.
And it's something that people I think really enjoyed because it's like almost a fantasy match, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Who would win out of your favorite
Yeah.
superheroes?
Yeah.
So I like that aspect of it, but since we're kind of on movies and actors, I don't actually know this, so it's a
Okay.
question of mine. Who is your favorite actor?
Who's my favorite
Yeah,
actor?
I don't know this.
Uh Currently probably Ryan Gosling. I mess with all his movies. I think I've watched like 97% of his films.
Okay,
Um, but of all time, Tom Cruise. I
Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
don't know what it is about Tom Cruise. I know he's a bit. I don't think he's a bit nuts. What I think he stands for is a bit nuts sometimes. But shout out to Tom Cruise if you're seeing this. Sorry,
Clip this.
but he's just I don't know. And I don't know if I would say he's the greatest actor I've ever seen,
He's just your
but
favorite.
he just picks great roles. And he's very good at knowing what he wants to do, picking it, and um, maybe there's been like two movies I really haven't liked of his, but like almost overall, I would say like I've not seen many movies where I was like I don't like where I've been like I'm disinterested.
Okay.
Like he's always made pretty solid movies, and he's always been great at picking roles. And on top of that, I mean, to his credit, he really knows film. Like he's even though he would probably be considered a movie star, more than an actor. And I would like to think that's different. I don't know if you would agree with that, but
I believe it is different.
yeah, there's a
There's an actor and then there's
yeah
movie
movie
stars,
star.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I think he falls somewhere in the middle because he's a decent actor. He can act, but he likes being a movie star. That's where his strengths are. He has. I don't think he's really done any great acting probably since him and Nicholson did what you call it back in the day. What's that movie called? Um, it's not A Few Good Men. It's where they have the line.
It is A Few Good
Is
Men.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, A Few Good Men. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Great movie, by the
Yeah,
way.
great quote by the way.
Yeah.
But but yeah, so it's been a long time since he's actually done like real acting. Um, but he's just such a great movie star that, like I said, there's not a movie I haven't watched where I'm like, all right, I need to like shut this off. Because let's face it, some people they make movies and you're like, oh man, like I don't know what you're doing right now.
Is there a favorite Tom Cruise movie you have, or you just
Yeah, yeah,
like
oh
love
yeah,
all his movies?
yeah. I like all his movies for the most part, but probably Last Samurai.
Never
I
saw it.
really,
Never saw
it's
it.
a good film. It's kind of silly because he's a white guy, but and
I'm not saying anything.
I
Go
don't know
for
if
it.
you've ever seen you of course you have this Chappelle where he is like we got Brad Pitt in the Mexican and we got Tom Cruise in the Last Samurai. He's like let's put Tom Hanks in the last, and if you go look up the clip you can, but he just like puts it in there. I just laugh so hard when I see that. That's what I always think of when I think of Last Samurai, is that Dave Chappelle clip. Um, but yeah, I just think it's a good film. It's a great film. You know, carried some culture, and I don't know. It's just it had a lot of meaning, and it wasn't just like an action film. Maybe that was his last great like role. Is maybe the Last Samurai, to be honest.
All right.
Yeah, 'cause if I'm not mistaken, I think that was actually up for Best Picture.
Okay.
Didn't win, which is fine. But the movie itself, uh, that was actually uh, there's a Japanese guy named Ken Watanabe, which you would know him from Inception
Mm,
and a few other movies. But he's in most like Christopher Nolan films too.
gotcha.
He's the guy that's like sends them on. He's the meme where it's like he's like, how do I know this will work? And he's like, you don't.
Yeah.
That's Ken
Yeah.
Watanabe.
Yeah.
That movie actually got him an Oscar nomination, but that was like the movie that like put him into American roles. Like
Okay.
without the Last Samurai, he probably wouldn't have got associated with other people. But yeah, so it's really helped other. There's a few actors in there that now like are in movies because of that film. So I think yeah, that's probably my favorite Tom Cruise film because it was just uh, either that or I really liked and this might be a hot take for some people, but I really like Vanilla Sky. Vanilla Sky was a great film.
I think that movie got it was underrated or
Yes,
underappreciated,
yeah,
right?
100%.
I just think because it was so different
I think
at
it was
that
ahead of its
time.
time. Yeah,
Yeah, and a
there's
lot of
some
people
films like
didn't
that.
know what to make of it.
Yeah, 100%.
It was kind of one of those movies like you really have to pay attention what's going on. It's telling a story within a story almost. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes people they lose interest really quick because it's
100%.
not that normal role or movie that they're used to seeing Tom play, right? But I
100%.
remember seeing that in the theater, and I was like, "Oh, this is different, but it's cool."
Oh, you seen it at
I
theater?
did.
Who'd you go to the movies with?
I don't remember, but I do remember going to the not Lincoln Park Gate. There was another one in Taylor, uh, Star Taylor or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
The one right off of Eureka, across from the one
On
at
the mall.
Cinemark. Yeah,
Yep, yep.
yep. I
So,
remember.
but yeah, I remember watching that. And I think it was with a girl, so
Yeah, it makes sense.
it does actually.
Makes sense. It checks out. No, but yeah, it was great. I think even as a kid, I used to like it. I just felt like good mystery, kind of like
Yeah, it's like a
you
thriller.
yeah, kind of you didn't know where it was going. It's like it doesn't tell you, but I'm sure if you were to look it up, it might say. But it felt probably more sci-fi because it was
Yeah,
like hey, this is like what happened, and this is what you're going through, and
yeah,
this is why you're here,
yeah, yeah,
and he's over here reliving like the worst times of his life and not even realizing it.
yeah.
I thought it was that made it a great film. But yeah, I would say those two films though. Those two good
Fair.
films.
Like I said, I didn't really know. I mean, again, I know you love a lot of movies. You have a lot of actors and actresses that you have on your list. I just
Yeah.
didn't know who was the top one for you.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I would say
appreciate that.
Tom Cruise, Ryan Gosling right now. I think it might stay Ryan Gosling. He's just been on a crazy run for the last 10 years, even longer than that at this point. I think the first movie I really was like, "Whoa!" He blew me away. Was Drive.
Mm.
Have you ever seen it?
No, but I
Um,
remember hearing about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Drive is a great film. Got great actors. Got great scenes. There's one scene in particular. I might have told you this already, but there is a scene where he's like, and he's an old comedian. If you've seen him, you know who he was. I don't know his name for he was in I can't. So he was in that movie where he was a baseball scout and he scouted maybe Brendan Fraser. Do you remember that movie
Brendan
where he
Fraser.
plays a baseball player and
I think it's called The Scout. Actually,
and I think he's
I think it's not Mel Brooks. But I know who you're talking about.
yeah
Yeah.
hits him and he's like a mobster and he's like paying like they're trying to like Bryan Cranston is like his like owns this like auto shop and so like he's Ryan Gosling's a driver. That's why it's called Drive. So he starts like learning how to drive race cars, and like they buy this race car, he drives it, and so he's like, "Let me shake your hand," and he's like, Ryan Gosling goes, "My hands are dirty." He goes, "So are mine," and that I just thought that was like I was like, "Damn, that is a cold line to say." Like in general, like but yeah, it's got a bunch of people in it. That I thought it was shot really well. It, probably I would say probably one of the at least in the last 20 years probably one of the greatest films like cine- cinematography like was fucking beautiful, the music great, the acting phenomenal, but that was the movie I was like damn because before that I hate to say this but what I resonated with Ryan Gosling was the Notebook. I just fucking hated the Notebook at the time. Never. I haven't watched it honestly in a long time.
Immature. That's
Yeah,
why
immature.
he didn't
So
understand.
yeah, and I didn't like it. So I was just like, it's like Ryan Gosling. Like I rolled my eyes. I was like, whatever. And it took me until I watched Drive, and then right after Drive, I watched Crazy Stupid Love because it came out about the same time, and I was like, damn, this he's got some acting chops on him, and fucking he's funny and he can do serious. So I was like, after that, I was like, all right, I'll watch everything he does going forward. Most, I think, probably like 85% of his movies I've seen in theater. Honestly,
So would he? Because this is a question.
mm-hmm.
So is he someone you would love to meet?
What actor wise? Um,
Anybody, honestly. Who's
oh
someone you would love to
no,
meet?
you first. I want to hear who you
That
say.
was my question.
Ugh. If we're picking a
It
live,
could be anybody. Anyone you would just love to meet. If it's an actor, if it's an athlete, if it's a musician, it could be just someone that you follow. It doesn't matter. It could be anybody.
yeah, probably if I were to meet anyone, it would probably be Neil Grousing or DeGrassi Tyson. I like to pick his brain.
You'll definitely not be able to hold a good conversation. He's gonna blow your mind,
Well,
bro.
that's the point. That's the point. What I like about him is he's probably the master of simplifying things for you to understand. And I think that's what makes a great teacher, right? It's somebody that can teach you, but like also not over the expectation of like what you're going to or what you're not going to understand. I think that is brilliancy in itself. That's a hard marginalized to grasp sometimes. Um, yeah, I would say him. Either him or if we're talking dead, but he might be a little bit of a racist. Isaac Newton. I'd like to meet Isaac Newton too. I'd like to see what was going on in his brain. Like I'm sure he might be a little more pretentious though, so it'd probably be a letdown in a sense. But
I mean,
mathematics. That's why we have math today.
you never know. You might those might come
Isaac
true.
Newton.
Those might come true one day. I don't know. Maybe in the next life. Maybe in this one you'll meet.
What about you?
Uh, I would. I'd like to meet. I mean, there's so many,
Yeah,
honestly. Uh,
but okay, let's go actor wise. Oh, I already know actor wise. I think
who?
probably Robert Downey
I
Jr.
mean, I would love to meet Robert.
Yeah,
And it's not even because I have anything to say to him. I would just I just shake his hand and thank him.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, honestly, just thank him for
Everything like
never giving
all.
up,
Yeah, yeah.
never giving up,
Absolutely.
and giving us great things
Yeah,
that we can enjoy
absolutely.
and genuinely mean it. Like that's
Yeah,
you know, I don't even need a picture. I don't need an autograph.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Shake
I mean
his
that
hand,
sometimes
right?
that's the best, right?
He's someone for sure, but I think someone who I would really love, and then just to have a conversation would be Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
He is, man. I've grown to become a big fan of him over the years, and he's been around for a long time. But even like the stuff he does off, camera, he's just a motivational speaker. He's a family man. He's a poet, and he's someone also like I look up to. I aspire to be somewhat like, and yeah, man, I he's a legend. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No, totally.
But
I would
Robert, of
agree.
course, he's a someone.
You said Robert, of course.
Robert, of course.
No, no, I
There's
would agree.
a good
McConaughey's
handful where it's
fantastic.
literally like, yeah, like it's not even about getting something from them,
Yeah,
just thanking them.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah, man.
That is fair. That's fair. I could see that. Yeah. I mean, especially because I'm sure they know how not great they are, but the difference they've made in the world. But sometimes people don't. It's crazy. Like
Yeah, and it's not even about being like starstruck. Like it's rare. I don't get starstruck. I just they're people, and I always want to respect people, especially their their privacy and I get fans are fans, and they can often maybe get a little bit carried away. So if that ever comes about, I hope they know
yeah.
uh
Who?
they're in good hands. They're
Oh, I got
safe.
a question then before we're all finished up here.
Sure, sure.
Is there any celebrities you've met
Um,
that you've been like, all right, they're all right?
I mean, I don't know if I've met celebrities. Like, I definitely haven't met any like actors or
I've
actresses.
met an actor. I
Terry
met two.
Crews. Terry
There
Crews.
and
Um, oh,
Batista.
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, yeah. I got to shake both those guys' hands, and man, large hands, large men, like just bigger than. I like you're like Terry Crews,
Well, I remember that one.
and I seen Hugh Jackman in Detroit one time. I
Really?
waved him. He waved back. I was like, hey. He was like,
He gave you the
yeah. He was shooting what's that robot movie that he was doing here?
real steel.
Real Steel. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was doing Real Steel. He had
I
his
actually enjoyed that movie.
he actually had his little. He had a what do you call those hats? Like the cap hats, like the candy cap hats. What are those called?
What?
Like like handy, like handicap, like the French fries, the caps he used to.
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
Pull that up, Jamie.
Handicap,
Handicap.
yeah, like the handicap.
Gotcha. I'm like, I sound like you're saying handicap. I'm like, I don't know what
I
you're
think
talking
they're
about.
called the kangaroo caps. perhaps.
that's
Yeah.
different. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought you were saying handicap. I'm like, I have no idea
The
what.
handicaps.
I don't have no idea
The
what kind of
handicap caps.
handicap hat he's
You
talking
know what?
about.
If I make an edit of this, I'll throw it in there so it doesn't look crazy.
Here's the thing, he won't. Uh,
You don't know that.
I do.
We'll see. But yeah. So those guys were all pretty. I mean, like 15 seconds. So it's like they're busy guys. So it's like, hey, like
Sure.
nice meeting you. They're like, and Terry Crews was like, dude, that guy's like made me look like a child. I was like, oh my god, this guy's like an actual giant. I think he's like 6'5", so he was really made me feel like a small dude. But I just remember going like, "Can I shake your hand?" He was like, "Yeah." Then uh, his lawyer, because he was with his lawyer, she's like, "Take a picture, take a picture." I was like, "All right, well, I guess this is fine." Like, can we get a picture? And he said, "Yeah." And so we took a quick picture, and I was like, "Nice meeting you. Have a great day." You do amazing work. He's like,
Right.
"Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Have a great one." I was like, "All right." And then we went on our
You went your separate ways.
yeah, went in our separate ways.
All right.
Yeah, good
That's a good story,
interaction though.
man.
Yeah, same thing with Batista. Batista I met at Gibraltar Trade Center. I think I
Okay.
was 16.
Okay.
I wasn't nervous per se, but I was like, I'm a kid, so I'm like, and
You're
I
a
was
little
just like,
starstruck. A little
yeah.
starstruck.
I'll say this. Even Jamie and Nick said this because they were with me.
You got a little emotional.
No. I was just like, because this was like before he was like champion or
Sure.
before he was like doing anything big. And you could just tell he's like there, looked a little grumpy. So I was like, I was like, "Can I shake your hand?" He was like, "Yeah." I was just like, "Hey, like, I think you're gonna be like somebody. Like, you're going to be big. I think. Like, if you were to ask me, and I'm a kid, like, I was like, you're gonna. I think you're going to be a champion, or you're gonna be somebody special." And he just kind of like was like, "Thanks," and like smirked because he's like he. I could tell he felt what I felt.
Clip this.
Clip that.
Dave Batista.
Dave Batista. I made your day one time when I was 16 years old, and that was over 20 years ago at this point.
And my brother,
Yeah, I believed in you.
he believed in you.
And now look at him now. Marvel star, actor, prestige, world champion, wrestling. I mean, so yeah. I mean, I I don't know. I just always thought he was gonna be somebody. Even back then, I was like, just told him, I was like, I think you're gonna be somebody. Like, you're gonna make it.
And
Like,
guess what, my man? As will you.
ah.
You're gonna be somebody,
I'm
and
already,
you're gonna make
hey,
it.
I'm already somebody. So are you.
And you're not wrong, because we're
Mhm.
all somebodies.
We are all somebody.
You're already somebody.
Somebody to somebody.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Before we end up,
Yes.
do you have any more questions for me?
I'm all set, but what do you have any more questions?
I don't. So I guess we're gonna
Wow,
end
this is
episode
very like
6.
this is very interesting that we have nothing to say at last.
Any final thoughts that you want to leave the people with? Episode 6 right here.
I've been watching The Boys lately. And this goes out to Chris because Chris loves The Boys.
Shout out to Chris.
Shout out to Chris. Man, that show is so good. I know we talked a little bit beforehand, but man, that show has been so gory, but it's been like a fun side of it's the funnier and the funner side of like superheroes. Since we pretty much did a whole superhero episode again, accidental, but oh yeah, I guess I could take half the credit and half the blame. But man, that show, I know you haven't watched it yet, but I highly recommend it. I know I've been recommending this guy too much, so he's like, I got to catch up someday. But I just personally caught up on it, and man, I'm waiting for episode 6 of season 5 because that show is going crazier than ever. But it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. And with that, Homelander out.
And that's gonna do it for episode 6. And again, we appreciate all the love, all the support, the engagement on our TikTok page, the engagement on our Instagram page. The reels are coming in, and you guys are showing some love. So thank you so much. And as always, we will see you next week. One love. Love is for everyone. Life. Put it on a t-shirt, and God bless.
Good night. Pow. Good night. Like, what?